It's totally fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's a little delayed right now. Sorry. So, first of all, I want to just say thank you for taking the time and just saying hi to these guys. I just started this little Twitch community, so obviously, you've been doing so much with the verses and the stuff with Swizz. So like, obviously these guys know you very well and you're a legend, and so I just want to start off by saying thank you for the verses series and inspiring all of us, the whole producer community. Where did that idea come from? Like, how did you guys start the verses thing?
It's been the idea that we had for like about 4 years, and we was everything is about timing. Everything in life is about timing, and it just so happened that I felt the time was now. Technology is being it's going to be the new thing. It's been the new thing, but it's like it's to another level.
Right. And
you got to be ahead of the curve. And what we realized for me in the pandemic is content is very much key. And, it's very much key. Creativity is doing all, like, they got so many apps that you can like sing on and play the beat. That's like the new way of like distributing music to me and being creative. You just got to think outside the box now, because we live in outside the box world now.
Exactly. Exactly. And like you've always been a leader to all of us in the producer community. And like even before the pandemic, you and Gary were already doing the Beat Club and the whole, that whole thing. How much of that plays a role now too? Like, you obviously you have producers signed and everything.
I feel like as producers, right? So I started Beat Club. I see everything that's going on. I've been seeing it, but I had to really rap to really make sense, because I want to be able to be. The best way to put it is the Bentley of Beat Stars or all the other ones. Now it's like, I feel like we have to put, because producing ain't the same when I came in the game. You get what I'm saying? So I know y'all, it's almost a community. So, but I feel like you have to kind of like put a price on, your work too. You know what I'm saying? I know we send out stuff. I know we do a lot of things, but I just think that, when I look at BeatStars and all the Airbit, I'd be like, man, wow, like it's really a community out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I want to be a part of it, and I want to create a home where like I listen to all the people, like all the beats and stuff, whatever you put on sale, and I can tell you, I can give you a producer advice. I'm like, I think that it should be worth this, you know what I'm saying? But it's getting the stamp of like other producers, and I get, it's like I'm shopping around and telling people like, yo, this is the new kid, this the new hot dude, need to check him out. So that's what B Club offers, you know what I'm saying? Offers I listen to I listen to 1,000 tracks a day, and then I go back listen to them. I'm like, because I try to find I'm always looking for the young, hot, new person. I already accomplished what I accomplished. So it's not me doing it. I do it because I love it, and I always like to keep, abreast of my skill. I just love making music. But what I'm really looking for B Club is to find that next dude, the same way I found Danger when I was with Scott, who's the next young guy just killing it, can be doing it for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so B Club, I want it to be a community, you know what I'm saying? A place where other producers can meet other producers, collab, put your price point on your beat, you know what I'm saying? Build like a catalog, a store, because it's not the same where I should go in and make a beat with artists, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, that's not going to be a thing, especially now with the pandemic. I know people are going to be separated, so it's going to be a sin play. So I'm not creating a store like an Apple Music where you just go to and get you right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the top of the top notch. Everybody's here. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And like, because an artist gonna probably like, yo, let me go to Beat Club and see what they got up there, because that's what they really doing anyway. When people send their beats out, but when you send it out, at least you can get some. Like when I used to go in the studio, I got a front end. That don't exist no more.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that,
and if it does, it's a small, percentage of.
It don't exist. So it's like, okay, so you gotta like put some out. You gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I saw kids selling these $500 and $600, like, damn. And then I started looking at the business aspect of it. It's like, it's really like creating, it's really like, like it's the new way of, of distributing music, along with, the artist always looking for the beat. So it's always send a pack. But if they had one place, artists in there. And it's like it's a high end store, so it's like you either go in Louis Vuitton, ask them to cut their prices.
Yeah,
you in Louis Vuitton.
You know what? It's so funny, Tim. It's so funny you mentioned Louis Vuitton, because like, how can you compare that to like the beat leasing selling industry now? Because obviously, like right now, like,
go ahead. Like you get what you said.
Yeah.
I just think we got to put some value on it.
Right.
Some value.
Right. So what's your opinion? What's your opinion?
Go high, but like go in the middle. Like in the middle, just really have a sit down table with people and be honest. Because we live in a different world, but it's like you don't want to turn people off, but you don't want to be undervalued either. So it's like a fine line that we all got to sit down as a producer community, and I want to be the helm of it. And I think like people like Metro, all the younger people who've done big things get thought on what kids should do today and how we should do it, how we set value. Because those guys set a value in this and for their generation. Like they are like Vinyl, Boy Wonder, like the Timbalands. Y'all like what I've done, but it's a community of y'all. Back in the day, it was only like 4 of us.
Yeah, it was 4 of you guys. It was. Let me say that. It was you, Swizz, Neptunes. I mean, you guys were the top 3, really, honestly. And then, you have Just Blaze and obviously Manny Fresh, like the great Scott, Dre, obviously. But yeah, man.
The Dre, it was like you had, like, that was it. Like, look how you name it. But now it's so much. It's so much talent out there. It's talent in a different way. Because I used to argue with the old heads, right? And I'm not being like I'm a young head, but like I used to argue with the old head producers, like that's not how, just people that's from my generation, right? So sometimes they'll be like, man, they don't play, they don't do this. I'm like, man, this is the new way. This is Westworld, baby.
Yeah,
like playing is not what you think. Playing is not what you think it is. Playing, as long as it comes out to give you that feeling, why are you worried about how it's done?
Yeah.
As long as it give you that, like it's the same instrument that it is. If somebody can draw it, can you draw it? No, but you can play it. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
people
it's
don't
just
care.
Technology. It's just modern technology. You should be amazed that these people can interpret what you've done by hand and can draw it on a computer screen.
Yep.
And make it feel the same way. That is a gift. And they be like, I haven't looked at it that way. I say, man, let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came in the game changing it, so I respect change. I respect music. I respect where it's going. Even if it's not my taste, I always see the beauty in every beat. You know what I'm saying? I see, because now it just takes the right voice to be on a special beat that maybe I don't get, but you put the right voice on it, now it's out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like I look at every beat, it's like, I gotta come back to it. That don't mean I don't like it. I just gotta sit with it for a minute. Like sometimes the vision is not today. Some people have the vision of today, some people don't. Some people come 3 years from now, 4 years from now. And being in this game, it's like patient. So we gotta create, because you be as a producer, you just sending out your stuff and you wait. So I want to start this store so where like even as you wait, you still making some money. You know what I'm saying? Like you still
that in between time. Something. Yeah, you're still generating income.
You're still making something. Like zero. I mean, sending out this zero just don't sound sexy to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta put something. Like we gotta start somewhere because I feel like creators spend a lot of time. Like all we do is sit, and love music. Music does something to us. But then when because of the value that we put on it, and then we give it and other people don't see the value of what we do and how we do it, to try to come up with a sound that's unique. So it's like the art of producing is almost lost a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's which is fine with me. If it's all about this pumping out. That's good too. But it's almost equals out to be the same if you would have took your time and just did 5. Because you could do 15 and only 5 could be great. Right. But you pumped out 15.
Right. Well, okay.
But only really 3 gonna be like a mastermind. So
how do you get an artist? How do you influence an artist to be on the same page as you as a producer? Because you can make amazing beats, but being a producer, being there and really guiding them and having the artist take a chance. What's some of your advice for that? Like being a beat maker, like trying to coach an artist.
Right now, I think I don't know, because the artist game is a little different. I just think that that is really up to an artist, and I just don't know, I don't know the artists of today. It's just like if they see every other artist doing it this way, they're gonna follow that thing. They're not gonna. It's not the same. You're gonna get those one out of it's like a 4-leaf clover of an artist. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna follow the guy, the producer. That just come a dime a dozen. You can't make somebody see the light. They gotta see their career and understand and nurture their career and want it to be bigger than what it is. And once they understand that, and really be like, they start just like, well, maybe let me just try to do this, create a chemistry with somebody. But that's all on the artist and how far they see their career and where they want to go. Because it's like today's time, every artist, send me a pack. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
How important do you think is artist development? Because you're one of the best, you're one of the first to just break artists on that level. Do you think that's something we should do as producers, is focus on developing artists too?
I mean, if you find an artist that you got a kid that you believe in, you develop a sound with them. But every artist, as they get bigger, man, they're gonna change. Yeah. The
ego, maybe.
I said the discipline ain't the same no more.
The discipline's not the same.
So it's as producers, we got great discipline because we can work with each other, we can share splits, we can do. It's great. We good. So it's okay, we gotta just build our own community. You know what I'm saying? And if we find get vocalists, songwriters, and I think just focus on a business of selling music and lead. And because I don't know if we find our artists as producers, that's a plus for us. Yeah. That's a plus for that game. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta know as that is the kid, as they grow up, they grow away from their parents. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I never thought of that.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's as they grow up, they're gonna do artists, we stay in the back. Mm-hmm. Always remember that. See, I jumped out in the front before, but me jumping out in the front, I realized that that's not really my forte. Mm-hmm. So we are in the back people, you know what I'm saying? So it's when you give that artist, that's like your child. You give them that, that pack, that thing to go run with it. They're gonna run, and they're gonna run in their pack. Yeah. And their pack is not our pack. Right. So they're going to meet different things. They're going to travel the world where we might don't travel the world. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So we're doing other things like building your studio, getting more sound design, more gear. We in that world. So as they go, you just got to pray that they just see the vision.
Yeah.
You know, like Justin Bieber and Pooh Bear. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Bear write all the Justin Bieber records.
Yep.
He just was a young kid who see the vision.
Yep.
And it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And they're still together. They still are very much working. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like once you like those are very rare. Once you find those,
wow.
You know, they come a dime a dozen. I mean, you know, they don't come often. That's like a gym. So with that being said, you got to focus on our community. We got to build our community. So it's like, you're not trying to get an artist because that's very time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the artist gotta, I don't know. Like I was blessed to build all the people I work with. You know, I was blessed to build. So, you know, like the thing is, I did Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Justin. The 2020, I did all 3 albums at the same time.
Yeah. What was that, 2020?
Beyonce and Magna Carta. Yeah.
I heard of them. I heard of those guys. They have a pretty decent buzz.
Yeah, it's different. Like we all lock in the studio.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
That's the difference. That's the difference. That's, man. I'm sure you've heard it a million times, Tim. Like being in those rooms, like you don't understand how you're 100% at the forefront of just inspiring the rest of us. Like more so than, you know, I mean, you have you and Dre and so many people, but I think there's just something different about you, Tim, because of what you've actually done in the game, but also how active you are too, like with the Beat Club and all that stuff. So if producers want to like just submit beats to you, do you have like a channel or
email? I got my guy. His name is Eric. Eric is like my A&R. Like I don't have, that's bad. I don't be having this information, but I could get his information. It's Eric Roberts. Man, I don't even know his last name, but he's my guy. I call him Eric. So you know, so I move so quick. Mm-hmm. But Eric, everybody submits to Eric, and Erickson, like he'll go through them and send me what he think is fire, and send me all the packs. I done went through his file about 1,000.
Crazy.
And I say they drop about the ones I think, and I'm like, oh, they got something.
So
and
what happens?
Like, I just know. What
happens when you hear something you like? What do you do?
You know, I just think they got something. I said, oh, this could be dope for NBA YoungBoy. See, I'm all about the new. I like people like, you know, I like to find a person that like, they got that new. Like, I know when it's that new because I go to my son and something like, he be like, oh yeah, he fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be up on the new. Like, I'm in the young. But I do clap nostalgic stuff, but you know, everybody can't do, you know, like nostalgic, like real. That's like everybody ain't gonna sound right. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do music. I try to find the nostalgic in the music of what they see today. And I listen to some of the chords, I'd be like, it might have like some maybe cheap instruments, but we could change that to give it some more flair. We'll take the same melody. I'm like, yo, we can make this ill. So the young kids be like, for real? I said, we take the same melody. We got to find somebody to make a loop to this same shit. And we're going to replace it.
Yep.
With he said, and they'd be like, oh, you a genius, OG. Oh, you got it. Because everybody going. I'm telling you, bro, I be knowing. Like, I'm like, hey, man, what if we change this piano sound to this sound? The same thing. And they'd be like, you know, I like being a teacher now, you know, and then I can add my, you know, me adding my 2 cents is that, you know what I'm saying? I could go in and add a beat around and I could do that. You know, people want to do it. And I do that with the younger people and all the new producers. I do that with them, but I really want to teach them to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make them think different, make them utilize what you got in front of you, which is that computer. That Fruity Loops, all them dials, man, the stuff you can do in them, it's like, I feel like, I love the people who make samples, but what I hate when they make it the same, and I tell people, stop making it bling, 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 it's other rhythms.
It's the same Omnisphere bell with the...
No, we gotta think.
Switch it up. You guys in the chat room, you heard it. You heard Tim, he just said, you gotta switch it up.
yeah, that same shit. I'd be like, yo. And then I'll go to the future. I'll be like, come on, man, if I go to ATLJ, I'm like, let's take this same progression, but we got to change the sonics.
Yeah.
Nothing gonna change with 8 nothing, the drum pad, nothing. We just got to figure out a better sonics.
Yeah.
That's why I like, because I'm like, yo, you can do the same shit. We just got to figure out different ways of presenting it. You know what I'm saying? I love people to say, I got so many. I look at Luke's. Luke's is like the record store. You know what I'm saying? Like vinyl, if I would go to buy it, go to sample. So I have to really digest my mind to think like that. And so I be telling when I get this, I feel like sometimes I get the same vinyl. But bling, 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 bling. And I was like, yo, if y'all use gross beats, I said, look. We got to switch it up. We got to do something. We got to
stop with the gross beat.
That's why the box sounds so authentic. Yeah. And then he added that little. That's it. You hear that? It's like, and the shit had so much emotion. Yep. And it was like, the beat was just simple, but he made sure that 30 Rock made sure that 808 hit. That's all you needed. Like, I'm telling you.
Simple.
When I go back to a lot of my old songs, like Get the Freak On, it's only 3 sounds.
Wow. Yeah, well, right? And
3 sounds. 3 sounds is the drum pattern, the perfect drums, the perfect bounce.
Did you do that on the ASR 10?
And you gotta find that one sound that is like hypnotizing. Yeah. That's why that that's look, bro. One amazing sound. Exactly. That shit took over.
Yep. Unbelievable. You know Tim, you made that. You made those beats on the ASR 10, Tim? On the ASR 10?
Yeah.
You did, yeah. Okay, just as I suspected. Fire.
Oh, which beat? Which one?
The Get Your Freak On.
I did everything on ASR. I did most of everything from that era on the ASR. Yeah.
Do you still use the ASR every so often, or you?
I use it not really, because I love Abel. Because I know what the ASR is. It's a lo-fi sound, and we live in a hi-fi world. Like everything is high, so it's like it's a lo-fi kind of sound. And don't get me wrong, lo-fi. There is a community who love lo-fi, and I found that out too. So I just think that I don't know. I gotta sit. I think if I sit and mess with it, I think I can find how to change it now by me knowing Ableton the way I do. Mm-hmm. I think I could go back and probably freak it. Because the drums definitely hit super hard.
Crazy.
On ASR. Like, nothing hit harder. Me, Pharrell, Kanye, all ASR.
Yeah. You, Pharrell, Kanye, Alchemist, from Alchemist to, I mean, yeah, man, you guys, I used the ASR for a few years too, so I know very well.
That's the ASR, the movie.
Crazy. Tim, by the way, I just want to say, Tim, everyone's going crazy right now in the chat room. I'll send you the replay of the video if you want to read these guys' comments.
For real? What they do? What they on the chat?
Yeah, they're on my Twitch chat. Yeah, I know you can only see me right now, but the chat's going crazy. You guys in the chat room, drop some bombs for Tim right now. I'm going to repost this video for him. So show some love to Tim. Tim, before you go, because I don't want to hold you too long, you totally don't have to if you don't want. But I see you posting up videos, cooking up like new beats, like teasing us with the new cook-ups that you've been cooking. Are you down to play a little exclusive snippet of like a beat for these guys so they can get hyped?
Man, like I didn't come on my computer. If you told me that, I would do it.
Yeah, damn. Okay, no, I should have told you.
After I got exposed you, I just about to cut it off, just go through some sounds.
Yeah, no, because I know you've been cooking. So I'm like,
I'm just like, that's called exercise. I love the exercise. So people like it. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love to just start off something, but my whole thing is pass the baton. You know what I'm saying? I started off, but it's like, I already did it. You know, for me, it's like, it's like, it's like, well, it's more about me teaching than more about me actually doing. Like, I love to do it. I do it all day, post all day. But if I can sit with people and help somebody else, that's the move, because now they're teaching me a new bounce. Because you never stop learning. I'm never not learning. I'm always learning something new.
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes you so great, Tim. And like, I remember you made a post, I think it was on your Instagram, about how Quincy Jones, talking about how when Quincy Jones produced Thriller, when he was how old? Like 50 or 40? 50. 50 years old, Quincy Jones produced Thriller, his biggest song, I think, right? Or his first biggest song.
Biggest album.
Yeah.
It's sold 100 million a week for like
crazy.
Like 50 weeks, 100 weeks, something like that.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Yo, Tim, thanks for joining us, man. These guys are going crazy. And yo, I wanna say real quick though, Tim, like when me and you first started talking, this was like back in 2015. That was like 5 years ago. It doesn't feel like it. I remember when I used to send you beats. I don't know if you remember. Send you beats.
Yeah.
And you sent me some back, and the feedback you gave me was, speed this up. Take this beat, speed it up to 156 BPM. And I shit you not, when you told me to do that, that was probably one of the most valuable things I learned, like in terms of like a trick that I can do to my beats, because before you told me to do that, I never used to change my BPM on any of my beats. Like I would make a beat. Changing the BPM to a beat after you make it is unbelievable, bro. It changed the whole mood. And I've never done it, so you taught me that, man. So thank you.
Man, there's so much I can teach y'all. Like, it's so much in front of your face. I'm like, yo, why don't let's try this? Like, I try to try everything before I like toss a beat out. I said, let's try everything that you possibly can.
Yeah.
And I got that from Missy, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Missy would be like, I would have to probably, and back then I never saved my beats. So I start over and do a new one.
Wow.
I start over with a new one. Do a new one. So it's like I never saved it. So Missy would probably make me go do 100 beats and probably pick 2. She was hard, she was hard.
That's crazy.
Because she gotta feel it. She gotta know how she can perform it.
Right.
How video gonna be. She all of that.
Wow.
She here to be.
Man, so you probably at this point in your life, Tim, like how many beats do you think you've made your whole life? It's got to be in the almost 100,000 at least or something. Tens of thousands.
I don't know. I try to make. I don't know how many beats. I try to count the classics. It's hard to get the classics.
Yeah. Well, you got a
That's what makes verses. When you think about it, when people talk about verses, 20 hits ain't easy.
Yeah. No.
Like people talk about, I said 20 hits. Let's go knock
20.
People's head off. Yeah. So when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, take you back to that feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. That's why verses is education. It's a musical education. Yep. That's why the young G's respecting the OGs, because it's like, yo, the beats and the sonics, I'm trying to show y'all, like, yo, start sampling, flipping these shits. Like, y'all be flipping everything else. Flip these shits. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, flip that. I'm telling you. Like, did it? Summer Walker did it. It was one of her biggest records. Yep. She flipped the Usher record in London. I'm like, yo, come on, y'all. All this music that we showing y'all every week. Y'all should be flipping.
Yeah.
That y'all don't even know. Like, y'all should be flipping.
Yeah.
Not me flipping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. To me, it sounds generic, so I can't do it. So it's like, I could give a young guy the tools, like, hey, take that part, flip. And then they're going to flip it some kind of way that I don't even imagine it. I just know it can be flipped.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Crazy. Yo, Tim, thank you, man. Thank you for joining us. I wish you could see this chat room, but they really are showing a lot of love, man.
All right, man. B Club, baby. That's what we do. B
Club, you guys already know. And versus tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow? Luda, and Nelly. Jesus, oh my God.
You better flip. So y'all better flip some samples. There's some big records in there. The shit that I'm telling y'all, especially with all like with the. I mean, I be up on all the shit. OnlyFans. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
I be up on everything that's going on. I know what's going on. And I'm telling y'all, certain records that they're going to play tomorrow night should be flipped because it's going to make all these girls go crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, somebody got flipped because Megan's on fire and she need another Savage. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all, it's going to be something you're going to hear tomorrow night. And y'all better flip it and give it to her immediately. Or give it to me so I can give it to her immediately. Be clever. I'm telling you. Because I'm going to be like, look, this shit is the shit, Megan. I'm telling you. Boom. I'm the spokesperson. I'm your salesman. I'm your Bobby Boucher.
Damn. Well, it's a good thing I got your email because I'm going to send you my flip. Fuck these guys. No.
Yeah, you gotta know. Like when you hear it, you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that record.
Yeah.
And you gotta flip and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about publishing and split. It's about getting that big record, man. Shit. And get notified, building your shit up. You know, everything is a I know the sample clearance and stuff like that, but if it's from like us guys, like I know the price. If somebody, I'm like, I'm not gonna get that hit. I'm telling my publisher, don't hit them like that. They try to get in the game.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, don't hit them across that. I don't even want like 3%. You know what I'm saying? I'm the like the tax man. If you flip from us, I'm be like, yo, man, don't hit them boys like that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's true. All right, Tim.
You know what I'm saying? But there's some records out there that gotta be flipped. I'm telling you that I ain't buy a flip. I heard a couple flips, but I ain't really heard like some good hits that could be redone.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I'm gonna take a crack at it. I know
you. Go ahead. That's why you call Illmind.
Trying out here, trying. Tim, I appreciate you, man. These guys are showing love. I'll send you the video so you can see these comments. But yo, thanks for taking the time, Tim. For real, you're the true GOAT. For real, GOAT.
All right, y'all stay up, stay safe out there. Keep being creative. Never stop creating. You never know when your moment will come. I'm telling you.
Facts.
Stay up.
Facts. All right, Tim. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Later. Oh man. Unreal. Timbo the GOAT. I don't know, when you talk about GOATs, everyone uses this word GOAT, GOAT this, GOAT that, greatest of all time. And I know that word gets thrown around pretty often. Obviously, when people call me a GOAT, I always appreciate it. When in my mind, I know I'm not the GOAT, but I appreciate it. When you're talking like real GOAT, like a literal GOAT, like the greatest of all time, like the one true GOAT, regardless of what generation you're from, whether you're 15 or 21 or 28 or 33 or 46 or 51, Timbaland is, in my opinion, the one true GOAT. And I don't think there is a debate to go against that. There's other GOATs too, but goddamn if Tim ain't the one true GOAT.